You should be able to take any 2 points from a line without even being given the equation and find the equation just from those 2 points. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do B first, and then I'm going to let you try A to see if you can do it. So just follow along with these steps. To write an equation given 2 points, remember you need two things to write an equation. You need the slope and you need the y-intercept. So what we should do first is find the slope. And remember the formula from before? It's m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So if I substitute in my values, y2, if you see, is 6, y1 is 4. So on my numerator I do 6 minus 4. That's going to be placed over 6 minus 3, which is x2 minus x1. So I get 6 minus 3. And when I evaluate that, I end up with 2 over 3. So my slope is going to be 2 over 3. I'm going to circle it just so that we have it. So remember that. That's going to go into the equation. Because remember, our goal is to get an equation that looks like this. Y equals mx plus b. We already know m. Okay, we already know the slope is 2 over 3. So if we can find the y-intercept, it shouldn't be a problem. This is where you have a choice. You can use one of two different formulas to find the y-intercept. The first one is you can use y equals mx plus b, which I'll show you in a second. Or you have the other option, which if you remember was y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. If you remember what that's called, the top one, sorry, the one on the left, that's slope-intercept, and the one on the right was called point slope. So all you do is substitute in your values. I'm going to use the method on the right, which was point slope, just for the interest of the problem. So the y1 is represented by the y-coordinate of any point. So I'm going to use, I'm actually going to use 6, 6 here. It doesn't matter. So let's take that y value, which is 6, substitute it in for y1, equals 2/3 times x minus the x value, which is 6. And then I simplify. So I get y minus 6, I'm going to leave that alone for now, and distribute the 2/3 through. So 2/3 times x is 2/3 x minus 2/3 times 6, which is basically 12 over 3, which is 4. And now all you have to do is get y by itself, so you add 6 to both sides, and you end up with y equals 2/3 x, and if you add 6 to negative 4, you get 2. And there is your equation. Y equals 2/3 x plus 2. So take a minute, pause the video, and try to do A. And then I'm going to show you the answer to A. Okay, now you might have noticed something right away. You see that in these points the y values are the same. That means if you were to actually picture this graph in your mind, it is a horizontal line. And as you guys should know, a horizontal line has a slope of 0. And I told you that any horizontal line is just y equals, and it's equal to the y value that it passes through, negative 2. So if you got y equals negative 2, you got it correct for A. But remember, you don't have to use point slope like I did in the first example. You can use slope-intercept, where you substitute in y, m, and x, and then solve for B. But I tend to like point slope better. You will get both of them for the test, but you should know how to use both.